Welcome in, YouTube family, and once again I'm Gabriel of DrumTipTuesday.com, and we have an interesting rhythmic concept to cover today. Now, a little bit of history about this sort of thing concerning my experience with it. The first time I encountered rhythms like this, I was reading the pages of Keyboard magazine. They had interviewed Frank Zappa, and he was talking about his legendary composition, The Black Page. It's, I think originally, it's a duet for drum set and xylophone. That's neither here nor there. Basically, it was the first time that I saw this kind of thing, sort of rhythms inside of rhythms. Specifically today, fives inside a quarter note triplet. This is easier to break down than you might think, so let's just get right down to it. You have a bar of 4/4 music, 4 beats. You have quarter note triplets. Every 2 beats, you have 3 notes. Not too hard, so 4 beats, make it into 6 notes. Now the tricky part is when you start to see the fives underneath this thing, and it starts to freak you out a little bit. But we have a real interesting device on drums called Rudiments. What you're looking at there is actually a sort of linear rudiment, if you will. It's right, left, right, foot, foot. Now, once you work on that a little bit, you'll find that you can move it around pretty good. You start to not just voice it, but it feels good. It should feel good to you, like the manual expression of it, the physical expression of it should feel pretty good. It's easy. Once you do that, and you can understand the concept of these rhythms inside a rhythm, you can apply it to this fill, which specifically is this. You have your quarter note triplets. Inside the quarter note triplets, you have fivelets. On every one of those quarter note triplets, except for the first, which is a rest, and the last, which is a big fat flam. Very interesting to note there that at the very end, we actually sort of morph the 5 into the flam. It's really interesting what happens when you play flams on drum set. You can adjust how wide they are, and it tells you, or that's how they feel. You know, there's a better way to say that, but you know what I mean. You can make a flam like that, or you can voice it between your floor tom and your snare drum, and ba-da, you can play it like that. In other words, you can't even tell if it's a flam or a mouth. I'm calling it a left-hand flam that resolves on the snare drum. Just what we're going to call it, all right? So, in review, rest on the first quarter note triplet, your 5, your linear rudiment 5 on the second of that quarter note triplet. Once again, voiced the same way between the tom, the snare, and the bass drum, as you can see. And the next 2 are the same rudiment, right, left, right, foot, foot, except you voice it on the first floor tom, or first floor tom for me because I roll with 1 mounted to floor, and then just a flam between the last tom, or second floor tom for me. Let's go back to the kit and check it out at a couple different tempos. All right, so we're back here by the kit. And what I'm going to do is play that fill, but I'm going to alternate it with like the skeleton quarter note triplet version of it. All right, so I'll just play quarter note triplets after we establish time with the metronome, and then I'll play the fill with the metronome as well. All right, and down a little faster, similar thing. Now what I'm going to do is a similar thing, except wherever inspiration hits me there, I'm going to establish the actual time and then play the fill in time every couple of bars, just so you can hear how that fits in. All right. Well, I hope that lesson was pretty revealing for you. I hope you got something that you value. I hope you can take something with it and apply it to your own playing. It's always nice to take something like this and then come up with the perfect rhythm that allows you a nice, comfortable velocity to move your hands and feet so that you can make an impressive flurry of notes. If you did like the video, hit the like. Subscribe if you want to see more, hit the bell if you want to be notified when new videos are coming out, or just come by every Tuesday to check me out here on Drum Tip Tuesday.